All right, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for April the 9th, 2024. I hope everybody is well. Please remember that all of my readings, whatever or however you see my readings on any platform, will always be for educational. And, you can use it for entertainment. Always use your own clarity, insight, and wisdom for guidance. If you need further help, always contact your medical provider. Go to your nearest and local emergency room and or hospital. And also, it's lots of 1-800 numbers where you can get additional help. Okay. All right. For some reason, I felt like I needed to sage before coming on here. So this is why we got the sage out. So today's title is going to be The Day After. Now, let me clarify something before I start doing your cards. For the people who had watched my ellipse video the other day, some of my first concerns, concerns. I follow and practice Vedic sidereal and have been for 7 years on YouTube. I no longer follow or practice or believe in Western astronomy or astrology. So when I do say that, when I say astronomy, that does mean the alignments of what Western astrology and astronomy says, that the alignment of the planets and the sun and the moon and zodiac signs and everything like that and stars are located in the atmosphere. I personally, and for my channel, rather believe in my own research and physical doing by taking a telescope, looking into the atmosphere, and seeing where the sun is actually placed and aligned, where the moon is, where the constellations are aligned, where the sun is placed, and that's going to give me the true zodiac sign or sun, moon, etc. placement. Okay, so in other words, Vedic sidereal is different than Western astronomy or astrology. Remember that Western astronomy and astrology is based on the Roman calendar, if you want to say, how it was changed early on to coincide with commodities, okay? Removing the 13th month, the other zodiac sign, and etc. Saying that your New Year's is January the 1st, that Passover is on this day. Everything was switched. Now, with Vedic, the placement is actually where the sun and the moon and stuff is at that moment in time, not based on, I can't even say theor, theor, you know, theoretically, because their alignment um, is still based on, I can't even say theory, because it's like Western astrology is believed on or based on the calendar itself, but not necessarily based on where the sun and the moon is at a precisely. So the reason I'm saying all that is because in that reading I did the other day, and I said it blatantly, that the sun is still in Pisces right now in Vedic sidereal. In Western astronomy or let me just say in Western astrology, they say that the sun is in Aries. But if you look up, the sun is not up under Aries or that constellation or in that area. Yes? So, how can we have a solar eclipse when the sun and the moon is next to each other? There is not going to pass over. You understand what I mean? So, My next thing that I want to say is that I believe that our true solar eclipse is going to come either in April, um, after April the 14th, going into May, or either in September. Now, everything that the government allegedly said about get this as supplies and do this and do that and make sure your phone is charged and all that stuff. I'm not negating the fact of that, but I believe like they do that they tell us stuff ahead of time because they have to, based on universal law, so that they hopefully don't get the karma back from it. But I believe that our true solar eclipse of what everybody was anticipating and waiting on and wanting to see actually is coming in another month, like possibly September or in the month of May. Now, they may not necessarily tell you that, but based on again that the sun is actually in the constellation or near in Pisces right now until April the 14th. Then the sun will move up under the constellation of Aries. Then a solar eclipse will be possible. Now you may say, well, Vesta, what was that covered the sun? In my opinion, and this is based only on my opinion, YouTube, TikTok, or whoever else, by my Vedic belief and understanding, that was two suns. That was that was another sun that was blocking the sun. Now keep in mind how they say that the sun is trillions or millions or billion miles away, but our moon is supposed to be closer, allegedly, right? So how can a moon that's supposed to be so much closer to Earth, but the sun allegedly is so many millions or billions or miles away, how can it end up as perfect alignment? I totally feel, based on my entertainment here and educational purposes only, that what crossed the sun was the black sun, aka Nemesis. Some of you may also think it was Planet X, allegedly. Now, I did see something that was amazing, and I'm not usually a person that reference out other YouTube channels, but I wanted to find a channel that was or had some videos of other people videos, right? That I can refer you to help you to look at some of the images that was captured the other day by people all around the world. Some of these clips came from Arlington, Texas. Some of them came from, I believe, Australia and places like that, right? Now, the YouTube channel person, and he don't know me and I don't know him, okay? But I wanted to find a YouTube channel um, that can give you some great images. And once you look at those images, you always, please, welcome to come back to this video on my channel and rewatch the reading, okay? So this is the person here, Casper Sight, and it's going to be his latest video 6 hours ago from today's date, April the 9th, 2024. And it's these strange things happen eclipse moment, okay? And this is the YouTuber. Because I wanted somebody that was on YouTube that wasn't going to have a lot of cussing and profanity, that was going to get straight to the point. That's very biased, either one way, not one way or another. And that would just produce some great footage from other people that was sent to him. Now, in one of those clips, you would see a person captured the shadow casting of trees and leaves and stuff like that that was being shown on the ground, on the street, right, on the sidewalk. And it had like a hollow effect. Um, And people was trying to figure out how was these outlines that was like supposed to be the shadow of leaves on the ground. It looked it like a aura around it. It looked it like it was black, but then a white outline. Once you see the video, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Anytime I feel, or for educational or entertainment purposes only, that you would see that type of precast or type of 3D-ish type of shadow, is when two lights are coming through as a shadow. You understand? Like the sun, a white light, and then you will have a black sun, which is still light, where that the light is trying to, or is shining, or trying to still come through, or will be able to come through, allegedly, through the black light. Two suns. Because you wouldn't be able to get no type of shadow or cast effect still on the ground if, or dark shadow of a solid moon as a rock, allegedly, what we are told in Western astronomy is blocking the sun. So make sure you go and take a look at that person's channel. I don't know him, he don't know me. Um, some of you may already know this person on YouTube, but I'm always being guided in a sense before I come on to do readings, for things to talk about that coincide with the reading. Now, this reading today is not necessarily about the ellipse, allegedly. Okay, so we're just going to see whatever comes out, comes out. It may be due to relationship, it may be due to what your person is feeling and thinking. But again, like I said in my other video, I don't feel allegedly that this was the eclipse that people was thinking it was going to be. I feel that this is that we're going to have the true solar eclipse at a later date. But I just think that we're not being told allegedly. Okay. I'm thinking maybe in September. And it's going to come out of, is going to shock more people than what they were led up to be on April the 8th. Now, that's just my opinion, okay? It's just something that I'm, using as entertainment. It's not necessarily true. It may not even come to effect, okay? All right, so when I cut this deck, we had, will this pain ever be over? And you deserve better. That may resonate or it may not. We're going to use those in a minute. I've already shuffled and cut that deck. So let's go ahead and use these. My sage is not really burning very hard the way that I want it, because I really don't want my smoke detector to go off. And then I have to get up and fan it and everything like that. And to be honest with y'all, I haven't saged in a while, but for whatever reason, I felt like I needed to sage and to sage my cards. So some of you, I don't know who you may have been around or had in your energy. I did see the Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. It may be some changes in your home and or finances coming up. Then I seen the Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so some of you, in reference, some of you may be saging where that you're leaving or will be leaving or ending some type of situation so that your new beginning uh, is coming through. For some of you, it can be with finance. I did also see the Seven of Wands when shuffling. Some of you are changing your mind about a certain person, job, and or situation. Like, yeah, I thought I wanted that or this person, but you're becoming disinterested. Okay. Um, like actually that you can do better, but for whatever reason, some of you are still holding on to something or somebody. Let me check the sound. All right, it's on. Alrighty, let's keep it going. Now, please be open-minded to everything that I say. If you do leave a comment and it's rude and negative, YouTube, how I got my algorithm in my channel, it will get blocked. You will get blocked. Okay? Don't come over here to my channel with that crap, because I don't deal with it. Look at her. 12th house of escape. Pisces energy, like I said, the sun is in Pisces. This is a collective reading, not a personal. So you may get some type of information, insight, or wisdom to coincide or to give you some type of inclination mixed with your own intuition and wisdom, as confirmation, right? But your answer is already within. Your answer don't necessarily come from me. What I say? Illumination, the light. And see, you see how I was talking about this light beyond a light, and you see these second, this is how those leaves was looking on the ground. Okay. um like light shining through another light. You can't shine a light through a solid mask or a rock. Illumination, again, this is a collective reading, all of us as a collective, which makes up this universe or this reality or this realm. Okay. Now, all of us as a collective must escape this illumination. We must escape the mindset, allegedly, the conditioning, the preconceived things that we have been conditioned to continue to believe and to think and practice and make traditions. Okay, because everything that we do and practice and believe in, um, is things that was taught to us. It wasn't learned necessarily. Think about what I just said. A lot of our traditions and beliefs are based on things that we were taught and or shown. Majority of it. So it's something here that we must escape. If you want to take this personally, somebody may be going through an ending before they get or come to the wisdom and insight and clarity as illumination to partner with you or come into your life, to make it a relationship, to make it a marriage, to move in together, whatever the case may be. Um, this person also can be going through a serious transformation and or transition, but this also can be you doing this same transformation and transition, and you're about to come into this aha moment, a sense of illumination, a light bulb going off in your head, in your mind, as you continue to gain clarity, not only as a collective energy about this world, a sense of escapism, okay? Because it is some things in your life that you need to escape from. And the first thing is, as a message, is your mind set? A preconceived, where that you need to, not need to, let me take that back. As part of your wisdom and clarity is to figure out what you need to escape from, okay? Yes? And you're going to get that insight, clarity, that aha moment. Is going to come to everybody at different times. Um, and once you get that, yep, once you get that clarity, that insight, and that moment for you, it's going to feel and be authentic. Again, if this is personal, this is somebody who needs to be more authentic to you. They could be using a sense of escapism, like ghosting, gaslighting, not talking to you every now and then. It's kind of like they want to be with you, but at the same time they're trying to escape. Now, for some of you, it can be you're in a relationship and or marriage, and you're ready. The illumination is coming to you that it's time to go, because the sun is in Pisces. So Pisces is an ending house, the same as eighth house of Scorpio. But when it gets to 12th house of Pisces, it's a wrap. You've done everything that you can do. You thought about it. You thought about it. You've been putting up with it. You've been going through several different illuminations. You've been seeing red flags, but you haven't done anything about it. Now, I also feel allegedly, as entertainment and educational advice and, propaganda, that the solar eclipse supposedly uh, was not going to be like a physical entity. It was going to be more of an authentication on the inside. That some things or things in your life, whether it's relationships, material, job, careers, a certain way that you live, things that you do, people you hang around, a certain way that you are proceeding in your life, whatever it is, it's time to leave that behind and it's time to transition into more. You understand? But a lot of people, because they be on the bandwagon, and y'all know Vesta gonna tell you the truth, this things that happen as transition and transformation happen internally. Okay, now a lot of things can be biblical and according to different prophecies and everything like that, but we're not really here to get into all that. Okay, because that's going to be different for everybody. But something authentic is going to come through for you, because it's time for you to move on. Again, it can be a mental block or blockage. It can be, things that you do to your body, such as lack of exercise, the way that you're eating, um, changing your diet, changing your mind frame of thinking, whatever it is. You understand? It does not have to be a physical relationship all the time. It doesn't have to be, it could be about job and career. You know that you can do better. So it's time for you to challenge the status quo within yourself and push yourself and move forward, because that's the only way you're going to do and get a new beginning. You understand? Mm. Y'all know I teach you over here. I'm not like a regular channel on YouTube. Reinvention, bottom of the deck. We're in Mercury retrograde. What did I just tell you about reinvention of oneself? Right? You see like the Renaissance in the picture, right? Yeah. Yeah. Alchemy, like the magician, and we got spells. It would give me something like that, but we're trying to keep in a positive mindset. Mm. But they're pointing this out to me. You see the similarity of the reds here. You also see two candles. You got one candle here, one candle here. Mm. Now, we all know that the American language, our words, our alphabet is full of spells, right? Every time that we speak and talk and write, thank you, as authentication, We sign in our John Hancock, as they would say, which is our signature. Everything that we say, spell, write, um, conclude some type of spell, whether you want to believe that or not. Okay. Another example of you casting a spell is that when you sign your signature to a contract, right? You are up under a sense of a spell because now you are considered your all as a sense of being to that contract, whether it's to a job, an employer, as an employee, right? You're signing your name to a contract as being an employee to this company that you're going to actually like give them your all and can be for several years. You got some people that work for a company 40, 50, 20, 30, 40 years, right? So in a sense, you gave yourself a spell as a way um to give your whole body, mind, soul, and spirit to this company day in and day out, right? Another example, another certain spell is even for people who may give a thumbs down or whatever the case may be, all words, all connotations, all invocations, even some prayers and or mantras are spells, but they are of the light. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that we say, repeat, um write, everything is a sort of spell. If you really illumination, think about it with your third eye. Now, this card here, alchemy, is like the magician. You are the magician of this reality in this realm over yourself. Now, as a collective reading, the spells that are over us can be the lies that have been casted upon us as a sense of, like I said in the beginning, a sense of tradition, dogmas, principles, things like that that we must abide by, laws as a sense of governing is also can consider a sense of spells. All right. Some of you have heard it before. Oh, you need to break the curse over your family and be the first one. Whether you believe in curses or not, that's not the point, right? But for some people, it can be. I'm using that as an example. Oh, you need to be the first, or you're going to be the first one to break the cast or the spell over your generation, over your lineage, over your ancestors, where that you're breaking the illumination of and bringing light to the previous cast of spells that was over your lineage or your ancestors. You understand? Because maybe some of them did not understand the illumination that they was getting, but more was um, stuck or had to be up under this sense of spells. Um, I'll give you another quick example for the people when it comes to slavery. And I'm not just speaking of this because I am melanated. I'm just using this as an example because they're telling me, "Hey, Pepe, how are you? Hey, Pepe, is it Pepe or yeah? I believe it's Pepe, right? Because I know it's not PP. I don't want to disrespect you. Um, but thank you. Nice to see you back again. But they're just, this is the quickest example I can come to at this moment so we can keep going. In slavery days, that a lot of reason why slaves did not try to escape was a sense of a spell. And you know what the spell was? It was the cast of words that was over the people of the land, okay, which was that they wasn't going to survive, they wasn't going to make it if they tried to escape. they would get burnt, you know, um, hung or lynched. Their family or kids would be hurt or red rum. Um, and as a cast of words, as a sense of threat and or bodily harm, those cast of words that was sent over the people that was under slavery, and not necessarily only in slavery days, but whatever lifetime, because we have different nationalities that has been under a sense of slave or slavemanship, even during the Holocaust and things like that, right? People were scared based on whoever was running the show, in other words, by the words that they use as a way to keep fear among the people. You understand? Same thing here. So you can use your own discernment, third eye, of who is casting or has cast so many words of spell and in literature, because you see the writing here. Yes. And that is the type of pen that government officials and things like that, people of higher anarchy, will use that type of pen to sign into allegedly legislature, you know, governing rules. They would sign their name, and cast this type of law that we all must, as a spell, abide by. Let's keep going. So if you have a different example, feel free to put it in the chat box and let's talk about it while we're on live. Now, allegedly, this also could have just happened the past 24, 48 hours. That somebody, illumination, which is the sun, all right, uh, was there trying to escape through the sun, through a portal of the sun? Um, was something signed or authenticated or tried to be authenticated through some type of portal or opening or spell that was being cast? It's many stuff that is coming out now as a sense of illumination. You already know you can't trust nothing and trust nobody. That's the illumination that us as a collective is learning, right? Everybody kind of flipped their wig when allegedly Putin revealed from the hidden vault, okay, of the paintings of black Jesus. People, I seen videos where people were hysterically crying that, first of all, Putin is not the type of person to really ghost or gaslight nobody. Okay. So for him as a dictator, or a leader or a person in leadership, authenticate, to come out and finally reveal something that was in vaults for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and years, and that was passed down to him to keep as a secret. But he finally wanted to authenticate and be authentic and bring illumination and bring that out to society, even though the other side of the world still want to keep it a secret. Illumination. You have to read between the lines here and understand and put this together to everything that is unveiling around the world here. Because that spell no longer needs to be or kept casted over the collective, whether they want to believe it, take it in, or whatever the case may be. Now, people are still going to have their own perception and perspective based on how they have and want to keep being conditioned based on things that was shown and taught to them, and that's what they want to keep as their faith to believe in. It's kind of like you started me out believing this, so I want to keep believing in this. Don't try and change or bring nothing new to me, illumination, to change my faith and my belief in something else, because you started me out and showing me this and believing in this. So let me just run with that. Okay? I don't want illumination to the truth, because that's what illumination is. Right? Mm. Now, it's plenty of more examples, and like I said, if you have some more examples, put them in the chat. Now, if you want to take this to something personal, if it's you or your person you're thinking about, um, that sense of being a magician. Well, first, let me say this: a sense of spells, the words that were casted upon them, which was coming from a ex or a bad relationship, right? Before you met this person, or maybe you just met this person, or maybe you already been dealing or married to this person, whatever the case may be for you, whatever that their previous thing was before you, they had a sense of spells that was casted upon them in the sense of words, right? Because every time I say spells, a lot of you think of muju. Okay, you see a white skull, and you see ghost, and no. Words and spells are cast every day by what we talk and what we say, right? Abracadabra, that's a spell. That is a form of words of the magician, right? What is alchemy? Um, it's the blending of two, or to try and make something uniform, or to come together and or stick, right? A magician tries to make their magic stick so that you don't illumination understand the secret of the trick, right? It's supposed to be illuminated. It's supposed to be seen but not understood. But you can understand the magic trick if you learn how to do it as a magician. So again, all of us are magicians over our own world. What we choose to do, what we choose to say, what we choose to create, what we choose to go after, what we choose to desire, all of that, right? You are the magician. So anything that mostly goes wrong with you or your life, it is first to turn within, because it all starts with you. So as a magician, you must break this three of swords here, right? So if I relate this to a person that you're thinking of or in love with, whatever that they were going through before as a cast of words and spells over them was words like, yes, I want to marry you. You are my wife. You are my husband. Yes, I love you to the end of time. Yes, I'll never leave you. Yes, I'll never abandon you. You understand what I mean? So, by your person and or you hearing those words as a sense of casting words as a spell to and through your heart, if it was not succeeded or came through to the end, without having a breakup or separation, then you became heartbroken. And as you're becoming heartbroken, that cast of words and spells is being denounced, is being eliminated from your heart, because now you know that those cast of words no longer can be true because you don't allow it to be true. You understand? So somebody here is coming out from under that type of spell, where that somebody previously in their life was believing everything that somebody was speaking to them as a cast of words and spells. Oh, I love you forever and ever. Um, to death do us part and all that stuff, right? hmm So now this is either your person or you is learning or escaping that casting. Mm. Knight of Wands. Whatever that somebody tried to do also the past couple of days, um, they didn't have the nerve to do it, or they backed out at the last minute with coming towards you um, with more authentication of words. I don't know why yet. Can be that because of the Mercury retrograde on top of the allegedly solar eclipse energy. I already told you in previous videos, it's best to wait till after April 23rd, and it'll be a more profitable, even with money and love and energy, to press forward in Aries season, which begins April the 14th through May the 14th. That's also a time when Jupiter will be in second house of Taurus. Again, Vedic sidereal, not Western astronomy. This person here and or you is somebody is trying to make sure that you're not going to break their heart. hmm So they want to come forward, they won't change, and they probably already have came towards you very fast, very energetic, very alluring, very intimately for some of you, very attracted, and then they pulled back. hmm Because this words of cast of spells that was over them before from the previous situation and or person is not all the way gone yet. hmm Because this is why they're going through this reinvention here. Somebody here got Sag in their chart, Pisces, Leo, Virgo, Gemini. I'm hearing also Sag. Hey, Miss Linda. See, remember I told you I seen the Seven of Wands in the pre-shuffle? hmm Like I said, somebody here is also learning that in their sense of illumination also can be you, is stop not only holding yourself back, but you need to be more forward as the Knight of Wands, as your own magician. hmm It's like some of you are learning that through this illumination, this change, right, in the frequency and or vibrate and vibration, that you the only one can control whether your heart gets broken or not, or a sense of defeat. Don't necessarily have to be about love and relationship, but defeats in life itself. Um, that rests on you. It don't rest on the other person, because the only person can only do what you allow in spells, alchemy, to be blended with you. So lighten up on yourself. Seven of Wands in reverse, blocking their energy towards you. Um, but for some of you, this person have not made a move. It can be for some of you because they broke your heart before, or some type of heartbreaking situation that took place. Don't necessarily have to be. I don't know, Miss Linda. I've been having strange dreams. I'm so glad you brought that up, because yeah, I am channeling different. I am. I've been having a lot of prophetic dreams lately. Um, yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess I don't know, Miss Linda. So some of you, this person don't know whether to try and reach back out to you. Can be for some of you somebody you ain't spoke to. Okay. Cause some of you, you said you noticed it for months. Really? I've really noticed it, Miss Linda, the past 30 days or so. Um, some of you, whoever this other person was, it could be a friend, a family member, somebody in your community that some of y'all may got odds with. You know how neighbors and shit, I'm sorry, be trying to keep stuff up, drama, whoever it is, right? They're noticing, or even if it's an ex from the past, they noticing that the words of their casting of their spells, right? Through their words of detriment, um, it's certain words I can't say because even YouTube or my own channel will block out block out my own words, 'cause that's how I got it set up. Um, you know how people cast spells through their words of ignorance, right? Don't want you to succeed, detriment, the very, very low type of vibration. Like, I don't ever want to see you again. You this. All of that is a form of spell casting through words, right? We all know old school's OG. Be careful what you say, because a lot of times it'll come back on you, right? All of that is very true. That's why a lot of times I watch what I say, because I may F around and somebody gonna find out. And they may have some type of, you're right, Miss Linda, haters. Um, Somebody gonna mess around and find out by the words I concoct and I use. I may cast something on them. You have to also remember that this realm that we're living in right now is a huge illusion, illumination. And you must use the light to see through, to illuminate things, okay, in this darkness, and also through people. Somebody also see, like I said, from your past or in your recent energy right now, that whatever they saying and doing ain't working. It's not working. And it definitely didn't work in the past. So that's what created this Three of Swords, in the first place. Especially because they know you were an authentic being, you were an authentic person. You already had the light, the illumination over you. hmm And this is why you had to escape. Even if it's family or friends, you just have to start messing with them. Even if it was the other co-parent to your child or children. You know what I mean? You just had to stop messing with them. You had to escape that, uh, because you naturally carry illumination and the light. You be authentic about how you are, your feelings, your emotions, your words, your nurturing, your caring, all of that. The way you live, the way you operate when you're at work, dealing with coworkers, you are authentic and you are illumination. And somebody thought that by coming into your life or having a child with you or something like that, or just being connected to them because you're so called family, which only means you share a bloodline, okay? Because family can be some of the worst ones that will cast different spells upon you, um, before outsiders, right? Family, you have to watch them because they can be a lot of the ones that will be to the sense of detriment and heartbreak. Three of Swords. But somebody see that something didn't work in the past, right? So some type of separation happened. Also can be divorce, moving out, um, quitting a job, whatever the case may be. But the Six of Swords is landing in concerned energy. So either you're about to stop talking to somebody, even though you may be open to speaking with them right now, or somebody here is working up the reinvention of communication and possibly like a new cast of words, of spells, to retrieve you back into their life, okay? Because the Six of Swords in concern energy. But if they're not coming in authentic, it's not going to work anyway because the frequency and the vibration has changed. Let's move on. Another concern, energy, the Page of Pentacles. Um, Page of Pentacles is going to be an offer, but it's going to be either like minimum payment. Some of you, if it's dealing about job and career, some of you may have a new job or job training coming up, but it ain't paying nothing, right? It may be at minimum wage or below minimum wage, or a little bit over minimum wage. So some of you, as a magician, it's like you're saying to yourself, for some of you, I know I can do better. You deserve better. That black card, right? You deserve better. Now, same thing if you apply to some type of relationship and or person, or just this transition, reinvention, Mercury retrograde in your life at this time point, right? Because we all want to stay in the present moment. You're thinking up new things to create and to do. Some of you also could have applied for something, maybe a grant, a loan, an application you put in, and you're waiting on an answer so that you can escape something else that you have been doing, such as another job. It also can be that you're wanting to escape that type of work field or area. Okay, well, that's the truth. Mm, that's a yes for somebody. But you know what? If you take this small offer, you can build on it for some of you. Now, I'm not saying nothing about nobody from the past. I'm in the present moment right now. So it will be a yes to some type of application, passport, and visa. Foreign travels. You will have victory and success if you do apply for some type of application, financing, or something like that. Mercury retrograde is going to grant it for you. This is why the authentic is already here. You will have to sign something and you will be approved. Can be 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Also can be to a relationship for some of you. So this person, reinvention here. Remember, Mercury retrograde, recalculate, redo, rethink, remember, re-strategize, replan, reinvention, right? Everything is kind of going backwards, but it's still going forward, right? It gives you a time to repurpose your decisions, not only you, but a person you're dealing with, also can be a company you applied for. So they're sorting through the resumes digitally, okay? Probably also can be using AI to separate resumes, and they're going to find the truth in your application. Page of Pentacles. It's not over. hmm You know, whatever somebody tried to do the other day, it didn't work. We'll probably get video or something allegedly on some type of. Remember the other day, and I did the reading, right? The solar eclipse reading, and we got the Milky Way, the card that had social media for people who was on me with live that day. Y'all remember, right? It was the Milky Way card, and it had networking, social media, internet. Remember that? hmm Communications. We had the air card to come out about communications. Here we go again with the Ace of Swords. So, um, thank you, Miss Linda, for confirmation. Um, Somebody here got to speak their truth. They got to be authentic. And a Page of Pentacles offer ain't gonna be enough. That's not, and take it as a grain of salt, okay? What they need to speak and to say, their casting of the spell of words or alchemy has to be stronger than a page. It ain't gonna work for you. Cause you illumination. How a page of a pentacle is gonna come to the sun? It don't match up. So this is why it came like this. They know what they need to say, got to be big boy energy, period. It's got to be authenticated. It's got to be real. It's got to be the truth. The death card in reverse, it can't be it can't be no games. You know what I'm saying? Any family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, or whatever the case may be, any alchemy or alchemy spells that they tried to do or say or cast over you, it didn't work. It backfired. The death card in reverse. This also can be somebody who been playing games with you, gaslighting you, leading you on, whatever, it ain't been working. I feel that you ain't blocked them yet. And even if this is some of y'all, whatever you've been spitting far as game, you're gonna have to step it up because it ain't working. Okay? It ain't working. What I tell you, it ain't working on this person. It ain't working on you. The wheel. Our fate also as a collective energy is changing. What did I tell you in the beginning? We are receiving the truth. Now, if you want to still stay stuck in the Renaissance area on certain beliefs, structures, dogmas, traditions, and principles, you're going to be left behind because the wheel is turning. Just like you was taught and you learned certain things to believe and to go with and structure your life regarding certain passages, scriptures, everything like that. I'm not saying that it's not necessarily true, but you got to be open minded here because nobody has the authentic book on nothing. We are all just here trying to find and go through illumination. Yes, Miss Linda, genuine and authentic. And the wheel is bringing it thus forth. Thus forth. Okay. This is fate here. Your fate has not ended. It's nowhere near ending for some of you who are thinking like that. You must speak, walk, and be the truth. That's what I always say on Vesta Angels here, Ace of Swords, right? And if this is not you, whoever you're dealing with here, look at that judgment. Whoever you're dealing with here is feeling pressure. You're feeling pressured to walk and now believe in your own self and truth here. Yes, you can feel the energy, the illumination, the candle, which is really the sun. We all know illumination is the sun card. Summertime, a sense of joy, bliss, happiness. I also talked about two suns in the beginning of the reading, the original sun, and who knows that we didn't have an original black sun that may have left our orbit in some type of way, and we was only left with the bright yellow sun or what appears to be yellow. All of that is energy, right? The sun is not a physical form. You have to, the Ace of Swords, you have to understand and believe everything is non physical. You know how they also say that when you look at something, it's not there until you turn back around and look at it again? Your garbage can, your rug, your carpet, your bed, everything that you are physically sitting and living in, it's not physically there until you turn back around and look at it. There is nothing physical here. You have to understand illumination, the light. We have Scorpio energy again. Us as a collective, we're being judged. It's judgment time, era. If you want to connect that with a certain passage or something that you already set your beliefs and standards abiding by, okay. But let's hope that's the truth when it is time for you to be a part of your truth based on what somebody taught you, because your truth and belief came from what somebody taught you to read and to believe in. Before that, you didn't have no illumination about it. Remember, all religious denominations are man created. You can Google that, okay? You can Google every type of religious denomination in this reality is was created by a man, a physical man. They sat there, they wrote it out, okay? Whether you Jewish, Catholic, whatever, all that was created by man. Okay? It's just that different people around the world decided to pass down as traditions and beliefs and standards, dogmas and principles that they wanted their ancestry of a line and or race of people to only believe in this and go by this. The whole world is divided by illumination when it comes to fate, when it comes to different religious denominations. What I'm saying is the truth. I'm not trying to be one way or the other. I'm speaking Ace of Swords. Anything that I say, you can go do your own research and back it up, and you'll find the names of different people that created each different religion. So, if your truth is based on what one man wrote as a certain religion, if you are bipartisan or Jewish or whatever, then you're going by this set man's beliefs that they decided to write up and put into a book. Speaking of the man, there you go. We got the Emperor here. Aries season starts April the 14th, like I said, leaving Pisces. What Pisces at? 12th house up there. So, um, all right. So I just pulled this up, and this is up under Wikipedia, just to show you here. List of founders of religious traditions, right? These are historical figures credited with founding religions or religious philosophies. And keep that in mind. So, just going down, and I clicked it up under new religious movements post 1800s. All these different men, because we just seen the emperor come out, right? Stay with me. I ain't gonna tell you no lie now. All these different people's names on the left hand side coincide with religious traditions founded. Now, this is your, some of you around the world that may say this is your religious beliefs. Okay. Augusti Comity, Religion of Humanity, Old Catholic Church, New Thought, Spiritualism, Allan Kardec, Latter Day Saint movement was started by Joseph Smith, very common name, Reformed Judaism, Seventh Day Adventist Church started by James Springer White, Christian Science started by Mary Baker Eddy. Now I had it before, which I wanted to see because according to our reality, either you have Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, or Buddhism, right? These are religions that has played a highly important role in the lives of human beings or spiritual beings living a human experience. Okay? Yes. Who started Christianity? What is the oldest religion? Hinduism. What is also connected can be to Hinduism? Vedic sidereal, not Western astronomy or astrology. So therefore, like I said on my channel, I choose to allow the Wheel of Fortune, fate, the Emperor, alchemy as a magician to change my belief according to what I research and feel for myself, and also facts, not continually based on what one man wrote as a book and started a certain religion. Um, I had some pictures. I wanted to show the pictures. There it go. Now, as you can see, these are the founding fathers of all of your different religions that you choose to, for some of you, um, believe in. Okay? So, uh-oh, created the Baptist religion in 1608. You have John Smith or Smythe. Charles Parham created the Pentecostal religion in 1901. Joseph Smith created uh, the Mormons religion in 1830. Russell Charles T. Russell created Jehovah Witness, 1872. And William Miller created the Seventh-day Adventist religion in 1863. Now, just using that, like I said, as an example, when I talk to you about what fate brings you as the truth and what you and your family, or what in this present day that as conditioned, that was taught down and passed down to us as kids, and we raising our kids and they pass it down to their children, etc., on what you feel is the truth based on these men, mostly men, not women. You also got the Emperor just came up, right? That these men started and created. Now, a lot of us are Catholics or Christianity, etc., right? Majority of the world. But you still have Hinduism and Buddhism and Islam as some of the and Seventh Day Adventists and everything like that, right? Scientology, all of that, right? But it's all based on what an emperor did. But like I'm just telling you, when it comes to spells and casting, you are your own emperor. You don't necessarily have to abide by what a previous emperor cast down to you as a certain dogma, tradition, and principle. The fate of that must change as a collective. The death card in reverse. Let's keep going. Page of Cups. Six of Cups. Past life. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Pentacles. An investment into yourself, an investment into the truth, somebody else. You have planted some type of seeds with somebody, whether it's going out, talking on the phone, you had a date. Some of you have been seeing the Four of Wands to come out in the pre-shuffle with the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you, this person has been over your house or you have been over them. Their house can be friends, family, whatever the case. Some of you, it can be somebody from your past, which can be like a person you grew up with, somebody from your neighborhood, somebody who you had a lot of trust into. But this Emperor probably didn't make the necessary changes during the time of the allotment of fate. Okay. And so some of you had to turn Page of Cups. Like, I love you. I care for you. I wish you the best. But I can't stick to my past. I have to move forward. That's why some of you will still be open to talking to this person without judgment. The Judgment card that we sing. No one understands. See there? I can't even hardly shuffle. This person wants to come back to you from the past because you are their Six of Cups. You see the flowers, right? Which is like a friendship. You see also the Emperor going into the house in the back. It's kind of like, can I come back into your life? Thank you, Miss Linda. The Six of Cups is kind of like, can I come back into your life because I realize you are a very true friend to me. And some of you cut this friendship off because it wasn't authentic anymore. And because you are the illumination, you are of the light. You don't want any negative energy, you know, which is bad words, bad karma. You don't want that type of environment. You don't want that type of interaction. You don't want that type of love. You don't want that type of co-parenting, because some of you, this could have been a child's father that didn't step up. Because the Wheel of Fortune also can be marriage, right? And some of you can be on good terms with the co-parent of yours, if they're still around. If not, then you let the wheel of fate turn and release them out of your life, and for a lot of you, out of your child's life, because that was their fate. They had to really be authentic and become a true emperor. Now, some of you, like Vesta, that sucker ain't never going to become a true emperor. Well, yeah, that may be true. You know, that may be true. They will never, 12th house, escape 12th house. You understand? They will always be an emperor, not in the making, but they will be an emperor that will never be an authentic emperor. They will always be a sense of escapism. For some of you, it can be that they use a lot of vices, drinking, adultery, um, paraphernalia, right? A sense of addictions, in other words. But you tried to understand this person for who they were. You tried to love them for who they were. But some of you, that's what caused the Three of Swords. Correct. Hey, is that Irene? How are you, Irene? Thank you for joining. All right, let's pick this up because I can start slowing up. Y'all know on my channel, I try and teach y'all and really give you evaluations, not just, oh, your ex is back and they want you. Who cares? We bigger and better than that. Okay, if it's happened, it happens. If it's meant to be, they're gonna come through. But they got to boss up. So I can't make your ex boss up like how they supposed to. That's a self-evaluation thing, reinvention. If they got enough girth to boss up, whether they a divine feminine or masculine, that's their fate. Okay. And you can't wait on nobody else's fate. You got to work with your own fate here. Some of you, you got a new person coming in here, but they got to have a self-realization. Can be also somebody you're already speaking to, Ace of Swords. They're trying to see where it's going to go. Seven of Pentacles. You trying to see where it's going to go to. But whatever communication, Ace of Swords, that you have communicated with this person on the phone, via text, DM, or in person, Six of Cups, Page of Cups, they like your illumination. They like your truth. You also see some type of light in this person, but they got to come with it though. They can't be this pages. Now, let me say this. Pages are new experiences. And I do say this, that anytime you're dating somebody new, that's the only time you should be a page. Okay? Because it's a new person, it's a new experience, it's a new learning of each other, and you're just giving it a try. Okay? You shouldn't go full blown into nothing. Even if you're a empress or emperor or a king or queen, that can be your status. But trying something new, you have, or I suggest that you be a page, because you don't want to give your all at queen, king, emperor, or empress status, and then the person doesn't reciprocate. That's how you create heartbreak and heartache. Okay, so minimum investment here. Still walk, be your truth. Say your truth, and you're interested though. Some of you do see this person as marriage material or your future spouse. We're going to see. But so far, this person feels like at this present moment, you're the only person that understands them. I have to let you go to find myself. What did I just tell you? Because they're still coming off from under this old cast of spells of words from an ex. And they're not believing in this fate, that fate is actually taking them away from this other person. Some of you recognize this and sense this. So this is why you're like a Page of Cups. Like, you cute and everything, you know. But, and I got interest in you to keep you as a friend, Six of Cups. But I need to see where this investment is going to go before I do any more than that. I can't talk to you right now. This is also why the Death card is in reverse. Because they know before it is over. As soon as I said that, I want out. They know they have to do some type of something before you do pull the Death card on them. Now, like I said, this can be you or their energy. They want out of this. They want out of this. I hate people that keep using the word matrix, but it's not just about an X. It's about a way of living and thinking. Remember, I just showed you all of the pictures of the man-made religions and everything that we have been accustomed and drilled down our throat. Okay, this is what we must believe in, quote, live by, all that. When we came into this reality, into this realm with no religion, you understand? Soon as you were born, you didn't have a religion that was given to you and taught to you on what to do, how to act, and what to believe in, and you just went with it. But that's not necessarily your fate. You must, illumination, Ace of Swords, find your own truth, your own way in the light here of your own path. Second row is going to be you or them, whoever you feel is the top row. Somebody knows here with this I want out, you know, it can be They know they need to reinvent their self. Don't wait for me, please. The passion I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. Because some of you feel that this person that's coming into your life or somebody you're already dealing with is, you're passionate for it, but it's overwhelming because it's kind of like, man, I got to do a new experience all over again. I get tired of doing this. Wheel of Fortune. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. And will this pain ever stop? Now, that was the card that was at the beginning of the reading. Why do I feel so lost? Like I said, whether it's somebody from the past or current right now, or this is your energy, you're feeling lost because you're being reinvented to be a stronger and better emperor or empress. All right. Now, a lot of this also can be dealing with Saturn that is in Aquarius, which is kind of hindering our hopes, wishes, and dreams because Saturn will not only govern time or time holder, but Saturn will make you work hard. And your person may be a person that likes to be chased and they don't work hard for relationships. And so this is why they can be coming up as page energy, because as a new experience, they don't want to work for it. Now, they may do the minimum investments like talking and showing up to go out. For some of you that are not celibate, you know what I mean, to put investment into passion. And, but after that, they know at some point in time, death card in reverse, they have to make some type of other seed type of placement for this to go Wheel of Fortune into something full blown. But some of you saying, I don't got time for that, you know, um, like I'm not gonna play with you. So let's see. And a lot of people don't like when their fate changes, because some people like to stay in a state of escapism. They like to try and I want out. They like to try and escape stuff without putting any effort or full blown effort into situations and people. This is why they stay hooked on different vices. You know what I mean? Um, Such as addictions. They only want to live in that reality and realm. A lot of people who are addicted to gambling, they only want to play the number. They only want to wait to see when the number come out. They only want to stay at the casino. All the money that they do work and earn, they want to put it into gambling, horses, whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's their world, escapism, because they use that type of addiction or any addiction as a way of escaping things that they need to boss up about. Mm. So they will never elevate abundance. Another emperor. You do have some type of abundance coming in. Now, abundance is not only money, but illumination, right? When you get epiphanies, opportunities, you have to do something with it. The Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor card to help to create abundance. It's not just going to fall on your lap. You have to be a willing participant as a magician, right? You have all the tools of what we say as the magician. Isolation in reverse. You also have to come out of isolation if you a person that eventually want relationship, family, a child, marriage, a companion, you know, um, to live out the rest of your days with. Even after being heartbroken or divorced or whatever from your past, you can't stay isolated. You were not created to be isolated. We were meant and created to be as companions to one another and pairs. That's why we have procreation. Aloneness in reverse. Some of your fate, you're realizing that your fate is changing, that you must unblock yourself because you are blocking some. Look at there, compromise. Two people, a set of twins also can be mirroring. Um, of course, you're not going to compromise, right? But you can be compromising your own self when it comes to keeping yourself isolated and not interacting. And Seven of Pentacles, investing some time, money, and energy into another person. This also can be vice versa. This person know that they have to plant more seeds in order to be with you, but they're going through a sense of loss. Um, through this reinvention, it can be a feeling of hopelessness, dark and depressing. So I don't know where Rahu or K2 is placed in their chart. Please don't forget of Rahu and K2. It will be in Pisces, Rahu, till May 29th, 2025, and K2 will be in Virgo until May 29th, 2025. So this also can have an effect on you in your life, in your chart, and you don't know why you are or can be feeling some of these overwhelming feelings and emotions, and you're just wanting change. But the change is the Rahu and K2 in the placement of your birth chart right now to spark reinvention. The Rebel, again, Aries, the Emperor card. It's the same Emperor here. It's just that this Emperor must realize the sense of abundance that can be in their life, what they can achieve, and also can be with a companion or partner, because the Emperor has to break the chains of stop being a rebel. Somebody who is can't be don't want to be controlled and or handled. You know, you can't tame me. I'm a rebel. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad boy. I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. See, the Empress is trying to come out. Unconditional love. Last two cards and bottom of the deck is traveling, comparison, and ripeness. So sooner or later, somebody is going to bend here, compromising in reverse. The tree is not going to bend. It can only break. Okay? It's not flexible like that. That's why the rebel card is in reverse. Somebody needs to be more compromising and less of a rebel, like this tree here. The tree can only break. Now, the bamboo will bend and sway without breaking, right? Which is the compromise. Take that, but the fruit is not the fruit will soon be ripe for the picking. Somebody here is thinking about traveling towards you. Somebody here can be a Sagittarius and or Gemini. Gemini energy can be a short trip of travel, which is what, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour or something away, 2 hours away. If you're a Sag or got Sag energy or your person in their chart, it will be long distance, like on the other side of the world, like long distance travel. Okay, like more than 5, 6 hours away. But this is also your journey, your path. Like I said, a sense of, you see the light, the sun, your path being illuminated over this rocky hill here that you must travel. It's not going to be an ace in the park. It never is. That's not what human experience is as a spiritual being. I don't know why people think everything is supposed to be, you know, a world of daisies. That's not what a human experience is. Okay, we were created to have a human experience, which is tribulations, heartache, heartbreaks, learning what nurturing and caring is, Learning how to have an internal organs and systems and an actual brain. All of that is human experience because we don't have that as spiritual beings, right? So you got to travel this experience or your journey here, and we got healing up under here. Somebody also stepping into their power. You see the solar plexus chakra, which is courage and wisdom, the yellow. That's where your power comes from. Not the sacral, where the hand is covering, not the covering of the third eye and your regular eyes or your crown, but it needs to come from power from within, which is courage and willpower. Then you got the tower up under there. So I know I've been on here long enough. You can always replay this reading, listen and understand to what I'm saying, read in between the lines. Anytime you rewatch a video, you take in more illumination. You get more aha moments. It resonates different when you come back and watch it again because just listening the first time, a lot of things kind of go over your head because I have to say some things and you have to read in between the lines dealing with YouTube. But somebody here is recognizing their abundance within their self or what they can have, and they know they have to be more available. They have to learn how to compromise. They have to come out of this sense of isolation, which is not talking, ghosting, not being available, not calling, not texting you. This also can be your energy because they don't actually want to be alone, but they feel alone. They feel lost. Now, somebody here also can be comparing you to another situation and or ex, or this is what you're doing, but you need to stop that. No two humans are alike, even if they're twins. And I'm not talking about the spiritual. Well, yeah, even spiritual warfare twin flames are not the same. It's going to be physical differences, yes. Female, male, two males, two females, not the physical body, but as a twin flame, it will be one soul divided into two physical bodies. So you will be a sense of a twin and or mirroring that person, but you will have differences. Um, Not just genetically, can be two different races, two different anatomies, but you see how one has a yellow scarf and the other one has a different scarf. They got the same hair, but they dress their hair differently, but they're the same or look the same, right? So this can be something that you're experiencing, like this person really mirrors me, or this is what this person is feeling and is very new to them. Um, but somebody here is not open to the nurturing and caring um, as the lotus flower. They don't feel or believe in unconditional love right now or can't give it. So you take that how it resonates for you. I will be back tomorrow for your next reading. Make sure you go and take a look at that person's YouTube, and you can still come back and leave in the comments uh, about what I said in the beginning of the video, how you had one sun and then you had the black sun to come across the other sun, and that what gave those type of reflection of the leaves of a casting on the sidewalk. Okay, and the person's video was Casper's site on YouTube. They just put it out about 6 hours ago today on April the 8th, I mean the 9th. So let me know how you think about it. I don't know that YouTuber, they don't know me, but I was guided to use his videos as an example for today. And I thank y'all for watching, and for the people who did subscribe, I really appreciate it. And make sure you go to my other channel and subscribe to Yes or No Tarot LLC. You can find a link to that in my community tab. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.